Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing Season 2 of the KU Football Dynasty. The rules I have set forth, as we discussed in the last one, is going to be I will play the rivals, and I will play the Big 12 Championship if we make it. I will play any of the bowl games or the playoff if we can get there. Just kind of a short recap of last season is basically that I did not do very well. I started off great, 5-0, and then fell on hard times, finished the season 6-6, but we did end up with a number 7 ranked recruiting class, and our recruiting's rolling really well right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into it, and we'll get to the recruiting board as I have it set up. First thing I did this time making my board is I actually went through and added every green dot in both the 5-star and the 4-star, which actually there was none in 5-star, which is not surprising with the year that we had. So all of the 5-stars and 4-stars are on our board, and now we're going to go through and finish up the rest of these needs that are up there. I'm going to look at my pipeline, and I'm going to go through and find guys in my pipeline that best fit those needs, and also are the highest ranked in terms of nationally. So ideally guys from Texas that have a better pipeline ranking is where we're going with that. All right, and here is the board as we have it so far. Unfortunately, we were only able to find one gym with the limited number of points that I had, and to be completely honest with you, I probably should have just offered everybody a scholarship then scouted, because as you can see here, there's some holes out here that I didn't offer scholarships on. So I think we're going to have to catch that later. I do think, though, we'll be okay in terms of scholarships because, I think I'm going to have to get a lot of my stuff in the transfer portal next year, especially if we have a good season like I hope we will. And then also, on top of that, we will make more offers throughout the year, and deal breakers should open up. A lot of the people we can't even add to our board are because of deal breakers, and the deal breakers are because we're added D in championship contender because of how bad last season went. So I think more will open up as the season goes along, and some of those deal breakers will open up. So it's not the end of the world, but it is really killing us that we have such a low low school prestige, and we're getting so few hours, and the bad season last year kind of hurts us there too. We really need to move up in the championship contender race. It's time for our week 1 game. This is going to be a simulation, and we should have the advantage over Middle Tennessee on the recruiting side of things. To be completely honest with you, I went full on just spray and pray, throw 5 to 10. I think I put 10 on every recruit that we have on our board, and except for the 2 that we really want to get, I put 25 on them. Don't think we're going to land any, but we'll see if we get locked out. Oh my god, we got locked out on a bunch. I hope we did not lose to Middle Tennessee. We did beat Middle Tennessee, thankfully. That made me worried that we lost to Middle Tennessee. Obviously, it doesn't change our championship contender or anything like that. It doesn't help with the coach prestige. Really, nothing moved there. But we didn't lose anything either, so that's good, other than those recruits that locked us out. All right, it is rivalry week. Border showdown between Kansas and Missouri, otherwise known as the Border War. And we are dead even with Missouri. So this is a huge game for multiple reasons, but for one, because we did not actually unlock championship contender on a lot of the deal breakers for recruits. So we actually really need to get this bumped up to C+, because that's where a lot of them were set at. We weren't quite there. We're going to try to get there with this game, and we're going to also get to see some of these new recruits that we picked up last year in that top 7 class. All right, 3rd and 2, but really 3rd and goal. I'm going to ISO it and try to see if our line can put us in. Oh, 4th and inches. Whew. All right, so I could go for 3, but I think I need the 7. I'm going to let Akili Smith, who is not a running quarterback, I'm going to let him do a sneak and hope our offensive line is the one that gets the push. Look at that. I don't love that. All right, come on, boys. I should have maybe gone fullback. Oh, they split apart. What were they doing stunning out? I'll take it. Big sack. Rolling Tampa 2. There we go, another big sack. We push them back to 4th and 29. I'm going to go cover 3. And I'm going to go back and play safety. And he didn't throw it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute left, and we just have to try to run down the clock as much as possible after that 4th down stop. I don't know why he dumped it off that short. I know he didn't have anybody downfield, but there was no chance. Missouri does have 3 timeouts, though. But I will tell you this. So last season I had a short, like 10-second drive. I'm learning from my mistakes here, and I'm going to run it. Draw, get what I can get, take all their timeouts. Oh, get there, man. Get there. Ah, not there. And listen, I love going for it as much as the next person, but this is not the time. All right, Missouri's got the ball at the 20-yard line, and 41 seconds, no timeouts. I am going cover 4, and I'm doing my best to stop the deep. They're getting closer. Let's switch it to cover 3 and see how that goes. Oh, I thought he picked it. Oh, I thought our guy was there. Spike it. 23 seconds left. Keep him underneath. That's all we got to do. We got to keep him underneath, and we can win this game. That's what I will let you do. I will let you have that short little dump off. $15 seconds left. I am actually going back to cover 4. Oh, stop it. No, are you kidding me? I knew I should have usered it, but I'm like, you know what? The CPU's got this. They did not. And here we are, overtime. Yes, we know the overtime rules, but this is huge. I have to win this game. All right, we've got defense first. Good play. Good hit. And a big sack. All right, that's going to make them have to do a field goal. If we can get into the end zone, we could win it. That's assuming they make this. They better make this. Actually, I don't want them to make this. I'm just thinking it's easy. There we go. They made it. We need a touchdown to win. I'm going to spread them out and let them think I'm going to run it or pass it, and we're going to run it. The draw has been very successful, and we're not actually putting it in the air that way, which is huge. I do not want to lose on an interception, but I will throw the ball if I need to. First down. Keep it rolling. So I did this once, and it worked really well. I'm going to try it again. We are going to do a fullback run. Now, I did this on short yardage, not on long yardage, but I'm curious, running it to the fullback. And we got a gap right there. Maybe we'll get a nice little chunky yards. There we go. Freshman fullback put the ball in his hands. Jared Casey style. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We got 3rd and 1. I'm going back to the well. I'm going to go with a fullback run, because we're running right behind our left guard, who is one of our star players. Let's do it. Come on, left guard. I promise I would have learned your name if you had made that block. All right, this is huge. Game is on the line. 4th and 2. We are going to go for it to try to win it. Get it. Game. Missouri goes down to Kansas 2 straight times. I bet they're regretting renewing this rivalry. I am not, though. That was huge. Must win in terms of recruiting. This season is still alive, 3-0. What a huge win that was. I feel like I am just, yeah, phew. That's about right. I am on pins and needles right now with, it feels like I'm on a razor's edge. If I lose, then all of the recruiting, it's just going to fall apart. I'm not going to be able to sign the people I need to sign, and we are going to just fall off. But we pull off these wins like this, and even with the sims, if I do a sim and I lose, it hurts so bad with where we are right now that it really has got some pressure on all these moments. And that final OT win against Missouri, look, they're not ranked, but that's an SEC school, and that's going to help. Let's see if it does anything for recruiting, though. Honestly, this is game 3. I'm not expecting a ton, but it can't hurt, right? We only got locked out of 1. That's not bad. Didn't lose anything on play style. We are a C+ championship contender, which is huge because I saw a lot of guys out there that were at C+. So I think that's a big place to get to. Let's see if we can pull in some more guys now, hopefully. All right, we were not able to add more to our board, but we did get some visits scheduled. We did get a lot more interest, made it to a lot of top 5. So that did actually end up being huge for who was on our board. I don't expect anybody to sign here on the bye week unless for some reason one of the visits go that well. But we didn't have a lot of top 3s. And we got locked out on one guy. We did make it further on a 5-star, which is good. I think he was one of our top 2. Brand exposure didn't do much, but our championship contender is a B-. So getting that back up is huge. Let's hope that keeps moving. See who we got this week. We have got 1 and 2 West Virginia. I feel like every sim is nerve-wracking, even when it says we're the better team. It says we've got them by 11 points. If we lose this, it's bad. But we gotta sim it, because them's the rules. All right. We got some visits going up, too. We need this win. Go 4-0, hopefully. Some deal breakers. I don't like that. We are 3-1. We had an 11. We choked. We flat out choked. That hurts. So we got 2-1 Oklahoma State. We lost some guys because we lost there. Ooh, we need some people to step up this year. I'm going to have to lean really heavily on the transfer portal. And in order to do that, I have to have a decent year to get some guys interested. And man, I did not even realize how much that hurt losing that program prestige of 1 star. I would love to have that time. Oklahoma State is actually a less winnable game than what we had before, so we really got to hope the sim goes well. Hope it goes better than the last one did, because we're fighting for our lives in recruiting, to be completely honest. We're losing out on a lot of guys. We're not getting a lot of headway on a lot of guys. We don't have a lot of points. There's 2 more deal breakers. That's not good. And a lockout. We are 3-2. That's going to hurt on the championship contender. Yep, we're down to C+. Cannot win these sims. UCF now at 2-2, and we lost them last year, I remember. So we've got to get some of these sims to go our way. Otherwise, we're just going to really have to hope we can get some ranked matchups and win them. At this point, I'm practically begging a sim to go my way. We've lost a couple in a row, and UCF has a 2-point overall. So we're at 3-2. We really need this to stop the losing streak. Although I don't know that we will, because it feels like once it starts rolling downhill, it just gets worse. Let's see. I'm going to be begging for a ranked matchup. I can already pretty much tell you we lost. The fact that we lost 2 recruits. We did level up and got a lot of XP. Maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm wrong. We didn't. Okay. Yeah, all right. Sorry I got all doom and gloom. I just, I saw us lose those guys, and I thought for sure it was over. But we're 11th in the Big 12. We're 4-2. Hopefully we got a ranked matchup coming up soon. Bilal, our freshman, had 178 yards and 2 touchdowns on 6 receptions. We'll take that. And we've got BYU, not ranked, but we've got some visitors for this, so this would be really nice to win. All right, BYU, we are a slightly better team. It's kind of funny. We've been slightly better than almost every team, and we are doing not so good on the sims, although we did win the last one, so maybe there's some momentum. Let's see, though, because we're at home, and we have some visits scheduled, so this will be a big one to pick up. Maybe we'll even hopefully finish off some recruits. Hey, we got our first signee, and it is the gem that we were looking for. So John Timms was a gem that we needed at 4-star, so we actually got one of our top commits. That should give us some points back. We did lose 3 people and 4 people if you count the lockout. A lot of XP, so hopefully that means we just won again and puts us at 5. We are 5-2. We are back in the B championship contender range, so we should have some more recruiting points back. We're on the come up. It's a bye week, and we've got our first recruiting battle of the season against Texas A&M for Kurt Stoner. To be honest, I want him on my team for the name. W name for sure. Let's see what we can do to get him, though. So we've got not the best in terms of something we can hard sell. I don't know that we can... I mean, we got to do something, right? It's a bye week. We can't really... We're behind Texas A&M now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this from send the house. I don't know that the math works on this, so I'm not telling you to try this. But I'm going to hard sell, because I have a C on Coach Prestige, which I did not know my Coach Prestige dropped that far, which really sucks. To be completely honest, we're going to hard sell there, and then we're going to put an extra 10 on him, and hopefully that will give us slightly more push to land him. Sometimes it does. Ideally, I would not have a C there, though. At one point in the career, I had a much higher Coach Prestige, so until we start getting that back up, it's going to be hard to land some recruits based on that one. It's a bye week. So that means we're not going to be able to lose this one, at least. We are still 5-2, which is not terrible. Hopefully we can sign some of these guys on the bye week. We've only got 1 signed so far, now 2. We got a 4-star tight end, so we should be pretty well set at tight end. I should probably stay away from going after any more tight ends. We did lose out on a cornerback, and we made it on our second guy that we want to get. The only 5-star we're going for, that cornerback, we managed to make it to, I believe it was the final stage. Let me double check. So we are now in a recruiting battle with Oklahoma. I was hoping it was final stage. That's not ideal to be in a recruiting battle with Oklahoma. Not with my current position. Sometimes our championship goes up. Also, we've got 11 players potentially transferring on playing style. We've got 3 on pro potential, 4 on brand exposure, 2 on coach prestige, which honestly, I hopefully will be getting that up by the end of the year and not have to worry about that one. Sunflower Showdown, we have lost 14 in a row, and we're at K-State, and they have a slight advantage on the overalls, but we have a slightly better record. That doesn't look good for us, but we have to come out and win this game. I mean, I've been saying that a lot, but with the stage that we're at in recruiting and how bad things are looking, we need this win. That's the game. We finally won that trophy. It has been 14 years. I was actually, believe it or not, alive during the time that they were actually beating them. But you know what? Achilles Smith Jr., as much as I hate on his lack of mobility, that was a great game by him. And this is a huge win, and on their field. I thought we would do it this year in Lawrence, but you know what? Doing it in K-State's even better, I think. Look at that beautiful score. And we are 6-2. We actually have the same start, if not a better start than we did last year. So hopefully that means some things are going to start coming back in terms of our prestige, which is not going to happen during the season. But overall, hopefully this helps us get our school back to the right spot. Let's see what we get this week, if anything. We got a signee. We've got Kurt Stoner, all-name team. Got Alex Sermon, backup quarterback. He was a dual threat, but he does not have a ton of speed. Hopefully that moves up, and because of the dual threat, he can actually be a little bit more like Jalen Daniels, but at a 3-star, I'd just be pleasantly surprised if he did. We did lose our recruiting battle on the 5-star cornerback. That said, championship contender is up to a B. You'll take that every time. B+, I should say. Next matchup is going to be simulated and is 6-2 Kansas versus 5-3 Utah. The overalls are pretty close. Kansas being the away team, that's kind of rough, but they have a slight advantage on Utah, so hopefully that pays off the slight overall advantage, and we end up winning this one, and we can win some recruits because we desperately need them. And this would put us over the win total of last season. So hopefully we get it. These sims, they make me a little nervous. Let's see what we get. Well, we lost some guys. That's not good. We might be a lot of XP though. We're 7-2, and we're ranked. We're 25th. I don't know why we're losing guys when we're actually into the rankings for the first time in a while. Not only that, we still have a lot of at-risk players, but you know what? Those are in playing style and pro potential. That can't really change until the off season on pro potential at least, and playing style, who knows? I hate that one. That is my least favorite of the deal breakers. Here we go. KU versus Arizona State. The winner still has a chance at the Big 12 championship. The loser is out, but both teams are still probably going to be bowl eligible. Yeah, they definitely are. What I'm saying. Both teams are going to be bowl eligible. All right, they are all spread out, and we're going to run the draw. It may not get it for us, but He's going to get us to the 2-minute warning. I love points, though. Oh. I told you to go in motion and you didn't go. What the hell was that? We're at home. I told him to go in motion and he just stood there. The field's even more open now. We'll run it again. Hey, there you go. Finally. Uh-oh. He just stopped right there. Yeah, we're going to have to punt it back to him. Oh, good drop. Good knockout. Listen, it's 4th and 1. They might be running the ball, but I don't care. I'm playing pass. We stopped him. That's game. And just like that, we are still alive with that big 4th down stop. Oh, I did not think we were going to win that. It felt like they were coming back. It felt like they had the momentum. We're still alive. Achilles Smith Jr. Man, you're probably great personally, but for this game, it's not working for me. I'm ready to move to a dual threat quarterback. All right, that was a massive win. I honestly was not sure we would hold on to that with them driving, but we managed to make a stop on 4th and 1, and that's all it takes. Let's see if anything happened recruiting-wise. We had some visits. We're on a roll. Got a chance at the Big 12. Someone signed. Nobody signed. We just cannot get on the board recruiting-wise. We're 19th. And no help at all winning that ranked game to the championship contender. Well, recruiting is not looking good. I went from the 7th ranked recruiting class to potentially not even being in the top 50 this year, but we are 19th, so hopefully that's going to be good going into next year. And we are going to simulate this one because it is a non-ranked opponent and it is a close one, so we could actually lose this sim. We are at home, thankfully. And now I even had 5 points left that I couldn't put on anybody. I mean, I guess, you know what? I could just throw out, and you can kind of see the recruiting board, how bad it is. I mean, we don't even have, it's a mess. It's a war zone. Let's see what the highest rated recommended actually is out here. So they want us to put it on a Sam linebacker. Well, let's do that. Let's just throw a scholarship on him because we need whatever we can get at this point. And James Madison is the only one going for this guy. So we'll put this on him. And that way we've at least used our points. I don't feel like we're wasting something. Who knows? Maybe it turns out he's a gem. I don't have the points to scout him. But let's hope for a win to keep it going. We're 8-2. This win could give us a chance at the Big 12. We got to recruit. All right, we got 4-star wide receiver. Not bad. And we lost a bunch of people. Got a lot of XP, though. I don't know if that is good or bad. It's bad because we lost. We lost. So we may not even be in the running in the Big 12 anymore. Just like that. After that big clutch win, the simulation gets us. Now we're going to sim TCU. I think we're out on the Big 12 too. I haven't looked, but I think we're out on the Big 12. Nobody signed. Lost out on all our 4 stars. XP doesn't mean anything. We did win though, and we are ranked. So we're going to finish the year ranked 22. That's something. Jeremiah Wilson, player of the week on defense. Jeremiah Wilson, National Defensive Player of the Week with 9 tackles, 3 interceptions. That's why 3 interceptions. And we are playing Texas Tech in the Big 12 Championship. We did it, boys. Despite the simulation loss that Arizona State win put us in. Time for the Big 12 Championship. Texas Tech is 84 and we are 80. We are 22 and they are 7. They are the ones that are actually supposed to be making the playoffs according to the rankings. A win here would be an upset. Look, it is the 4th quarter. We're down 3 in the Big 12 Championship. I wouldn't have expected us to even be here. I'm not trying to make myself feel better, but you really think Kansas being in their first Big 12 Championship game and I don't even know how long isn't going for this? Yeah, they're doing it. And they're getting it. And they're getting the touchdown. We're in the lead in the 4th quarter against Texas Tech, who is a better team than us. And since I don't think we have the leg, we've got to go for it. Season on the line. He's open. Achilles Smith. Oh my God. He was open. He threw that right at him. Big pick. That might be it. Take it to the house. Take it to the house and we are done. We just won the Big 12 Championship. I thought Achilles Smith sold. I thought he sold it. You can't make this stuff up, man. We went from not making a bowl game at 6-6 to managing to overperform and win a lot of these games, even though, I mean, we still had 3 losses on the season, I think. We're doing nothing in recruiting somehow and everything on the field. I don't know how that works. I hope that means it's going to be a good transfer portal this year. But man, that pick 6. Whew. Are they going to show us the trophy, or are we not going to see a trophy presentation for the big? We got to see it, right? No? No trophy presentation? Something glitching out? I mean, Kansas won the Big 12 Championship. I want to see a trophy presentation. Come on. Where are we at? No trophy. We don't get to see a trophy. They're not letting us see it. That sucks. I think they think it's rigged. We are Big 12 champions. Nobody can take that part away from us. We just made the college football playoff. We are Big 12 champions. I didn't get to see a trophy presentation, but we did win it. Who are we playing in the first round? That is the question now. All right, we got a signee. We got 3-star, and that should be probably about it. Yeah, we lost a cornerback, 4-star cornerback to BYU. He was probably going anyways. Brand exposure, C. Yeah, of course, because we just played the Big 12 Championship. Program tradition, up to a C now. For some reason, our overall dipped. We are 12th. I don't know how championship... I don't know how we're not better on championship competitor. Whatever that was called. Contender is what I meant. Is he the one with the... Yep, he's the one with the pick 6. Five-star true freshman as the one who managed to get the get offensive player of the week. I want to upgrade coach's skill. I thought I was looking at the let's go next week. I thought I was looking at the coach carousel and who's leaving and everything. Another commit. We got a backup quarterback. All right, give us a championship contender boost. No? Okay. Somehow we're not higher on the championship contender list, being 12th and in the playoff. Arch Manning wins the Heisman. That I can believe. At least with the way they have him pumped up, I can see that one. And we were playing UCLA number 5 in the first round of the playoff. (10-3) versus 10-2. Let's look at our job offers. We better be getting some real good ones after this. This should be like coach of the year. So that's a job upgrade, they say. Head coach at OU. That is a job upgrade. Most likely, most people would consider at least. Texas A&M. And Washington. So we get all head coach offers. I will say the offers are much better now. I mean, OU is a 5-star prestige and at 90. They are 10 points better than us overall. All right, college football playoff bracket. We are playing no first round bye. We've got UCLA and then Penn State. I think, unless it reseeds, I don't remember if this, I don't think this reseeds, but we've got UCLA, then Penn State, Duke again. Duke has become a powerhouse. They are all of a sudden just running things. I believe it's Manny Diaz is the coach. Manny Diaz is just controlling the nation right now. Florida, Ohio State, everything else looks pretty good in terms of, I mean, Ole Miss, they might be all right in a year, but at the moment they're not great. Pitt, I don't think, they're not bad. Don't hate on me, Ole Miss people, but UNLV is a surprise to make it. Pitt's a bit of a surprise. It's actually a huge surprise to make it. Oregon's been making it. UCLA actually made it on my first ever sim video, so that's not terribly surprising. We snuck in as the lowest seed in the college football playoff. See, and this is what's weird. This is what is weird to me about the simulations. And maybe I have to revise my thinking on doing this throughout the whole dynasty. We'll see. But how does UCLA at 79 overall end up making it here with all sims? It's got to be something to do with the playbook, the play style. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to try to figure that out because I don't know how they manage to win sims when we're not winning sims. But, all right, it's time. It's EA Game of the Week even. So that'll at least help our brand exposure at the very least. But maybe we can pull off a win since they're evenly matched. Here we go. We get in the end zone. We're taking a lead in the fourth quarter of the playoffs. Thought the referee was a defender there for a second. We're still good. This could be a huge stop here. Or this could be a backbreaker. Not a backbreaker, but it could be a backbreaker. Oh, not good. At least we could have knocked loose the dog, right? Come on. It's not a backbreaker, but it hurts to lose the lead right there. I had no time. Nobody blocked. 4th and goal to stay alive. Mesh. Lived and die by the mesh. We're going to throw it to our 4-star true freshman. It's 4th and goal. Let's run the clock down and make it to where this is for the game. We make it, we win. We miss it, we lose. Go. Oh, we dropped it. We lost. All because I threw it right in the back of a defender thinking the true freshman would get it. I could have put it up a little higher. Maybe you would have got it. Could have waited a second longer. Maybe. But instead, we lose in the first round of the college football playoff. We weren't supposed to get here. It still sucks to lose this way, though. Single season record broken for Achilles Smith. Passing yards. Kind of surprised, honestly. That wasn't his fault at the end. He actually played a hell of a game when it comes to trying to score there in the playoff. I mean, I don't even know if he threw an interception. So let's see who ends up winning it. Not us, but this year went from nerve-wracking to all of a sudden, I feel like we overachieved. I feel like it was a successful year. And we've got to get now to the off-season portal and see if in the off-season we can sign a lot of people. We got to swing big at the portal if we've got the juice to do it. Duke won. Did they not win last year? Okay, Duke won on one of my other sims. So if anybody's who wonder why I'm freaking out about Duke always doing it, it's because they won in one of my other sims too. I think the first time I played the Dynasty and had to re-record it. So, yeah, Duke, for whatever reason, is just rolling in their sims, and they beat Ohio State 16. The record was 16-0. The score was 38-22. So they beat them pretty comfortably. Let's see the rest of the college football playoff. So, after Kansas loses, UCLA goes on to at least beat Penn State. So, I feel like we lost to a team that was, moving pretty decent. On to the offseason. Brand exposure, C. Players leaving. We got a little better there. Well, that sucks. We have quite a few players interested in leaving. We have 11 persuasions. We're going to try to keep him because he's a high and we should get a point back for it. He decided to stay. Cool. Playing style, medium, very low, extremely low. Projected first round pick. I actually think I'm going to let Koi Parrish go. I know that having a 94. Do I want a 94 or do I want better pro potential? I might try to sway him. Nobody else is going to the draft, though, that we can sway, but we do have a projected second, another projected second, and a projected fourth. So we'll try to sway him. I don't think we're going to hit it. It's extremely low. He's a first-round draft pick. Why would he come back unless we're giving him massive NIL money? Yeah, staying or going? You're going. Yeah. I don't blame you, man. No hard feelings. You're the one who got us here. That Big 12 pick 6. Ambrose decided to stay. And that failed. Alright, now let's try pro potential. Failed, even though we have a B-. Dude. Alright, whatever. Playing time, yeah, I get that. I'm probably not persuading you. Failed. What do we got left? 6. We'll do these last 2 lows and we'll start at the top. Decided to stay. Alright. One back. Decided to stay. Okay. So we have 6 left to try to sway people up here. I would love for the cornerback to stay. Failed. Decided to stay. Okay. I'll take that one. He is a 89. He's actually got a chance at going to the draft next year. That was actually kind of a big sway. Failed. Failed again. Failed again. We're down to 2. We're down to 2 and 2 people left to try. So honestly, we're going to get to try everybody on here. It's not nothing. Failed. 1 left. Cornerback. Oh, Isaiah Marshall. I was going to potentially play him over Achilles Smith. This is going to make me annoyed to see. I was potentially going to play him over Achilles Smith. He's an impact. I wanted to see his ratings, though. So, what is his speed? Is that under... He had an 88 speed. I probably should have just said, you know what? I know he's not Achilles Smith's overall. He doesn't have his accuracy, all that good stuff. And I should have just played him. Should have just played him and banked on next year, but maybe he'll stay. He didn't stay. So Zeke Marshall in real KU time would have actually made it. Well, he would have actually. He's going to be the guy when Jalen Daniels leaves, in my opinion. So that sucks to lose him. $13K. I'll take that. All right, playing style, brand exposure, nothing moved up. Draft results. That's why we got all the points is the draft. So we got 4 drafted, first round, second round, and fourth round. Honestly, that should help my pro potential. Even though it sucks losing these guys, that should help my pro potential. All right, I'm going to load up the portal. All right, here we go. Week 1 in the off season. Send it. We still need more points, to be honest. More hours. We got a center, and that's it. We only got locked out on 1. I'm still telling you, Lincoln... Oh, hold on. We got to get back to it. Oh, one less. But still, I say Lincoln Cure has the chance to do the funniest thing ever and go from K-State to KU when KU recruited him. So, in real life, he could have gone to KU. Now, he's making the right decision, hopefully. All right, on to week 2 of the offseason. Let's see what we get here. Need some signees. Need a lot. None. But we didn't lose any. But we didn't get any. End of week 3. We've got to land some recruits here. It's getting down to crunch time, and we've got a very small class. All right, who we get? We got Colin Wilson. Taj Timms. Come on, be Lincoln Cure. No Lincoln Cure yet. We didn't lose him, though. He is down to 3. This is the last week. We are not going to end up with the number 7 recruiting class again this time. Hopefully, we end up with a good amount of signees here because right now, I think we're going to be hurting numbers-wise. We're not going to fill out a 35 class. I can promise that. Maybe 20, 25, I think, might be good, if I'm guessing. Javante Nicholson. Braden Vernon. Leon Warmack. Clint Savetic. Ari Smoot. Emilio Cabrera. Quincy Stoner. Denton Hendricks. A lot of 3 stars. Alfonso Chester. JoJo Wentz. John Cherry. That's it. Lincoln Cure went somewhere else. Where did Lincoln Cure go? Oh, he went to Maryland. Oh, man. He could have done the funniest thing ever, but he didn't. All right. That's not ideal. So in-season performance improved. Off-season performance declined. Let's see here. Let's get rid of the people that aren't on our boards, and then we'll go through and see. We'll go through and see some dev traits. And then we'll be on to player progression, which hopefully does well. If not, we may have to get rid of one of our assistant coaches to get our dev traits better in Motivator, because we need our guys to develop better. Can't turn around a dynasty in 1 year, but and especially with where KU's been. All right, let's check the dev traits once this goes away. All right, so we got an impact, an elite dev trait in Hinacho. If I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. Elite is good. We're gonna need that. We need more of those. We got star, normal, impact, normal, impact, normal, impact. So I can definitely tell this is not as good as last year's class for sure in just dev traits and scouting and everything. We are not near the level that we were last time. Let's see what our class ranking is. I don't need to see prospect list. I am going to guess we are 40. Oh my god, I promise you I did not look. It was just a wild guess, but we are 40. We had no 5 stars. We ended up only with 22, so like I said, 25 was kind of what I was hoping we would get there. I think our numbers are actually going to go down with the players that left. We might not actually have, I think last year we started the season with 69 or 70. I don't think we're going to have that this year. We're not going to have to encourage anybody to transfer. All right, we're on to the next week. I think this is going to be our off-season training results. Hopefully a big jump for a lot of guys in year 2 training camp. Look at that. I mean, we suck on defense, but on offense, we are 84. So the best our offense has ever been. The worst our defense has ever been. Dev trade upgraded. Got him to impact. I haven't seen one of those happen yet. Got him to impact. All right. The fact that we're getting some of these upgrades kind of nice. Training results. Achilles Smith, sophomore. So he actually got +7 better. That's a pretty big jump. What's his speed stayed exactly the same though, so it's all in accuracy. Yeah, on offense we took big leaps. On defense, we may have to sub out our defensive coordinator. I do like DK McDonald, but I may have to let him go next year because we need to be making bigger strides on the defense, obviously. But we're back at 80 overall again. Another year of 80 overall, but this year we're an offensive team. I wouldn't say we're treading water, but we need to be moving more towards the 90s. So that's going to require a good year on the field and a good year recruiting. Encourage transfers. Let's see if we're at 85. We're at 79. We're actually higher than we were. I did recruit Bauer. And because I recruited him, he's an impact. We're not getting rid of him. We're not getting rid of the fullback either. I don't know why they suggest that because I don't think we have enough fullbacks. Yeah, we have one fullback. I don't know why they put that on there. I don't think I'm going to encourage anybody to transfer, to be completely honest. Not until we get over the roster size. Yep, I am not going to encourage anybody to transfer this year. We are rolling with what we've got, and what we've got is what you see here. Because here's the deal. We've got great motivator here, and it's helped a lot, you can tell. But DK, unfortunately, is not touching the side of the thing. So I think I'm going to have to do that. We're going to have to let DK McDonald go. And that sucks, but we got to do what we got to do. Nothing personal. We're not going to let him go yet, but I'm going to go ahead and put the points on it so that I can offer him here at the end of the season. There we go. The plans are in motion. We're not doing custom conferences next week. I believe this is the schedule and the start of the next season. All right. Yes, this is. This is the start of year 3. So, recap of last season. We had a great recruiting class, top 7 the year before. That recruiting class helped lead us to a Big 12 championship and the first round of the college football playoff where we lost to UCLA, which sucks, and it was a close loss too, but it did advance our program kind of back to where it was after the first 6-6 season. So we had a down year on the field the first year, great year recruiting. Second year, we had a down year in recruiting and a great year on the field. So we're back to better than where we started, in my opinion. I think we've got some better players, but at the same point in time, we're going to need to this year likely make a change at defensive coordinator at the end of the season and get a motivator to get in here to get our defensive guys up, because our defensive guys are at a 76 and they need to improve their skills. On top of that, we're back to a 3-star prestige for a school, which is amazing because now we're going to have the hours we need. We have to, in year 3, put it together where we go and make a run on the field and off the field, because I think we'll be able to hit on a bunch of recruits again this year. I think we're set up great for that, but I don't think we are fully set up for a run on the field. So we just need to kind of have some luck with the sims and make a good on the field run, and we might actually be able to turn this program around and officially make the rebuild happen. We already made a playoff. That's kind of the rebuild. We want to make it to a championship game in year 3 or 4, and that's the goal. I appreciate you guys, everybody who watched this far. I hope you guys are enjoying the game. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I plan on making more. So thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. Peace.